Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Come join me for our Wednesday cup of tea. Now, today, though, I've come up with an interesting concept I would like to share. I would like us to share in experience. How's that? Okay? So, here comes the concept idea. Ready? Think of someone that you're not so sure you enjoy. You're not so sure you really like. We know that we love everyone, but we don't always like everyone. So, bring someone to mind. Anyone. Just one. For a minute now. Now come back to me here. Let's leave the concept of the other person for a moment. I want you to imagine, if you're already a Reconnective healing facilitator, you know how to do this. And if you're not sure, just play with it, okay? Everyone, just imagine that you can feel some kind of a sensation in your hands. Move them slowly, move them a little bit, let it play. Maybe it's like some big gooey substance and you can feel it sticking to your palms, and stretch it really big. Feel it pull as you pull. Feel a little pressure in your palm as you push it together. Just pretend. Pretending and imagining are very dangerous because you can't stay in them for long. Pretending and imagining are very dangerous if you want to stay in pretending and imagining, because they very soon reveal a reality. Oftentimes it's a new reality. I should say it feels new. It feels like a new reality. It seems like a new reality because we haven't allowed ourselves to recognize these sometimes before. So when we pretend, when we imagine, we discover things we haven't allowed ourselves to notice before. So I say it's dangerous, but you understand that I'm really joking. It's only dangerous if we're trying to keep ourselves confined into a small little area, and I think most of us here are not doing that at all, are we? We're allowing ourselves to expand. So as we play and stretch and allow this feeling, let's allow ourselves to play with the understanding that this feeling may well simply be healing energy, light, information, whatever words we want to use. The less we try to assign words and language, the better, because the freer the interaction is and the freer we are to discover. As soon as we say, well, it is this energy, we're no longer free. We've limited it to someone's idea of what kind of an energy it is. As soon as we said it's this body or that body, the ethereal body, the whatever body, we've gone back into limitation. As soon as we say it is one thing, we're saying it is not another. And in reality, healing is infinite, and therefore it is everything. It is everyone. It cannot be limited. It cannot be assigned. There cannot be the 3 levels of this and the 7 levels of that and the 12 concepts of that. Because that limits it to 3 or 7 or 12. And we are without limitation, and it, especially it with a capital I, God, love, infinite universe, is limitless. So there are not 7 levels or 12 or 3 or 49 or 149. There just is. So here we are, experiencing healing and playing with it a little bit from a kinesthetic approach. What might I feel? And if we don't feel anything, that's all right. It's there. We're just choosing to allow ourselves to recognize sensation or to recognize it another way. Simply recognize that we're thinking about it, we're observing it, we're open to it. We're just being. Healing does not take place in the limited thinking cerebral mind. It is not there locked into anything. So in observation, feel. Okay, now how did we begin this part of the exercise? I asked you to imagine or think of someone that you don't really like a lot, okay? Again, it doesn't mean you don't love them. We love everyone. We really do. We just don't always notice it, and we don't really always like everyone. Sometimes we don't even like, our partners or one of our children or one of whoever, but we love them. Okay? Get it? So think of someone that you just don't really care for. Maybe you've been angry at them since childhood or 30 years ago when you held them responsible for your husband or wife leaving you, or that's a good one. Maybe there's someone that your spouse ran off with, or may have contributed to the breaking up of a marriage of your parents or someone you really loved, or someone who did something to you in 3rd grade, and we probably can't even remember exactly what we've been angry at them, whatever, since, or someone who's just rude in some kind of a public interaction at a dinner or in a shopping center or something. You might not even know them. I want you ready? This will be in 2 parts. Part 1. I want you to imagine them seriously in need of a healing. Your phone rings. This person is in need of a healing. It may be them calling you. It may be someone else calling you for them. So imagine right now, you pick up the phone, they are calling you for a healing, or someone is calling you asking if you'll facilitate a healing for them. And your instinct might be, no way. No, well, sure, it's not important whether they are still here on earth or whether they've transcended the body. Okay? Just whoever you're thinking of. And at first we might want to say, oh, no way, after they did that to me, I don't even remember what they did to me, and I'm still pissed at them. Well, whatever it is. But inside, that voice that you might not even be in the mood to hear, it's you. The voice of love is saying, it's not appropriate for me to do anything but say yes. So right now, imagine that person. If you haven't seen them through childhood, imagine them as a child or imagine them as you think they might look like now. Doesn't matter. Maybe it was someone on a phone call. You don't even know what they look like. Who cares? Visualize that person. Play with this sensation. And right now, for the next 3 or 4 minutes, you are facilitating a healing for that person. Feel, witness, notice, observe. Walsha, just please stay with this particular exercise. It's not about sending a healing to a company, because often that is designed to change the way a company functions according to how you think that they should function. Just visualize one person for right now. This is a human unveiling of our soul, one person to another. Unveiling your soul and sharing that one person to another. So if you think it's in a company, just pick one person, just one. Okay? Okay, next 3 minutes or so, feel, notice, observe, and be. You may start to notice, as I do, that if you're looking at that person that you have no connection with or no desired connection with, you're still melting. Your ego is melting and you're sharing love. If you're thinking of them, the anger, the ego, the concept, the judgment, the resentment, just dissolves. It can't exist in love. There's no anger in love, as there is no duality in love. There is no one else to feel anger toward. Just like when someone leaves this human form, they don't require healing. There is no danger. There is no anger. Because there's no duality in the infinite light, love, and beingness. It's only an illusion of what we allow ourselves to see or not see here in this human form, and how we transfer concepts of what we choose to recognize and not recognize here in human form, and then we try to impose them as if it's the experience that someone who's transitioned this human body is experiencing, and then as if they need our help. They don't. That's for us. They're perfectly existing in love. There's no contrast, no anger. And that's what love is. There's no separation. So imagine this person, think of this person, and yourself facilitating a healing for them, and see them however you can. If you don't have a visual picture of them, that's all right. Use an inner eye and just imagine, allow. What's happening in your heart? What's the feeling, the sensation in your heart right now? Even though you didn't plan this feeling in your heart, what are you noticing? Even though a part of you is kind of pissed that you're having this warm, melting love feeling and experience right now in your heart, what's going on? We might even be angry that we're feeling love and warmth towards this person for whom we've been carrying so much anger or resentment for whatever they've done to us in our life. We can't really hold on to that anger. It takes so much effort. And annoying as it might seem at first, we suddenly start to realize that this is our healing. We thought we were doing them a favor, them being available for this healing, needing this healing, wanting this healing, however we want to view it, is their gift to us too. It's our healing. See, we are never needed for someone to have a healing. God isn't floating around in a cloud somewhere looking for you because you are needed to facilitate a healing for someone else. It just isn't happening. God isn't up there on a cloud with a megaphone going, Dr. Eric Pearl, someone needs a healing in Romania. It's not happening. We are invited in to witness. Our gift is to witness, to be present, to observe. So let's take another minute. Witness, be present, observe as you facilitate this healing for someone you had no intention of ever interacting with again. See their face if you want to, if you can. See or just feel if you can't see their face. Just feel, notice how really touched they are that you have chosen to facilitate this healing for them. There may even be a tear or two or more coming from their eyes. There may be one or two coming from yours. Okay. Embrace them. Feel them embracing you. with appreciation that you chose to be present and share this healing with them. Take a moment and really feel their appreciative embrace, their love. Okay, was there a small degree of challenge for that? Well, let's just up the challenge level just a little bit. Ready? You're in need of a healing, and that person is now facilitating one for you. That's it. Doesn't matter what was in the past, it's past. You're lying down. You're letting go. You are even opening up to receive, and they are opening up to receive and share healing. Let go and imagine yourself maybe lying down on a bed or a massage table. See them facilitating a healing for you. Experience it, observe it, notice it. Maybe picture yourself lying down receiving the healing, and you gently open your eyes just a little bit. Look up. Maybe that person doesn't notice you opening your eyes and looking up at them while they facilitate the healing, because they're so into sharing the love and the experience of that healing. And look at the expression on their face. It may not be the expression that you normally think of when you think of that person. They may normally seem to have a cold or austere, hard expression on their face. But you look up, and somehow you see the essence of who they are as love has melted the personality on their face into simply presence and love. And much as you're not sure that you would want to make this choice, you feel yourself also receiving and being in that love. Here we are. You see that them facilitating a healing for you is not an obligation. They weren't doing what they felt was the right thing because they should do it, because they might be rewarded on the other side for it. You see that they truly are present in love with you. How do you feel? How are you feeling, noticing this? You might gently allow your eyes to close again if you're lying down receiving that healing session, in your imagination, and you're still feeling this sensation. Whether your eyes are open in this scenario, whether they're closed. You can never think of this person the way you used to again. You can't. Here they are. Because you allowing them to facilitate this healing for you has been what they needed to receive a healing for themselves. I'm experiencing so much love and emotion just walking us through this little experience right now. What about you? See, you can't receive the front of the coin without the back. You can't facilitate a healing without receiving a healing. The opening that is received by everyone. Don't be surprised if you're sort of pulled towards maybe offering someone a healing that you haven't been in touch with for a long time after this. Or if you know someone who might be a reconnective healing facilitator that you're not so sure you care for them as a person. Live a little, risk a little. Maybe contact them and ask for a reconnective healing session from them, with them, and you'll watch, you'll see all the anger and separation just dissolve, fall away. The reconnective healing energies, frequencies of energy, light, and information They're a dissolving agent for separation and otherness. And once separation and otherness dissolves, anger and resentment is gone. It's just gone. Don't bother asking, where does it go? It doesn't exist on its own. It can't go somewhere. Okay? You know? It's not sitting up on an iceberg, in Svalbard in the north of Norway on its way to the North Pole. It just isn't. Funny thing is, try as you may, you won't really be able to find it the same way. You'll have to work at it until you have such a problem trying to find that anger and remember it that it just, well, believe it or not, starts to make you laugh. So thank you for allowing me to share with you this morning and for being here with us. Hopefully a lot of you will join us, Guglielmo Poli and myself, today, later on, probably in about, I don't know, it's listed in here in the notes. I know that Lexi posted it a couple of times. I think it's at 7 or 7:30 Chicago time. Come join us, okay? For the event on Can We Really Heal Ourselves? And join us in about 30 minutes for the Solomon Speaks gathering, which we have every Wednesday, about 30 minutes right after this Instagram Live. It's free. Hey, it's all free. Be free and come join us. Hope to see you tonight or today or this morning or whatever time it is. Since time is like, hey, it's a concept. Bye for now.